Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at a prototype Spot got sent to him. Today we're going to be having a look at Wingspan. If you've already had a chance to check out Spot's previous video for Tailpipe, Spot had mentioned that he had had a couple of prototype pieces sent to him from a gentleman, Oscar Torres, who does a whole bunch of 3D modeling and animation and 3D printing. He's also been designing a whole slew of new toy designs, and he reached out to Spot and asked him if, asked me if he could send me a couple of pieces, and I said I would be absolutely thrilled to have a look at some of your prototypes. Now again, being that these are prototype pieces, I'm going to send these back to him as soon as I finish these videos. And but I definitely want to show you guys some of the work that he is producing, because I really loved Tailpipe, and equally so, I think Wingspan here really turned out a beautiful looking piece. Just bring actually in his card again. He does have his own YouTube channel and Instagram, email. But he does app development, augmenting reality, 3D modeling and animation, 3D printing, and toy design. And again, I'll provide all that information down below. So this is the second piece that he sent me. And it's definitely got a little more intricate pieces to it than what Tailpipe had. And I loved Tailpipe. I loved the blocky design that he had. And despite the factoring in the fact that this was produced through a 3D modeling procedure, the fact that he was able to include ratcheted joints and where the legs could actually pull out and stuff like that was super impressive. Equally so, though, Wingspan here is a phenomenal looking piece. Now, because it is a prototype, it's only going to be, he's only got it in this one coloring here. So I'd be kind of curious to see what kind of coloring he ends up going with when he's, when he starts producing these in quantities. But you can see, though, that it has a very swoop-esque kind of design to him. I love the inclusion of the spikes on the front here. Definitely gives him a little more of a savage... Actually, you know what? It gives him a much more mechanical, savage look to him. But I'm really, really digging the look of Wingspan here. Now, speaking of Wingspan, he does actually have a fair bit of articulation here in Pteranodon or pterodactyl mode. His wings are individually jointed, so you can fold them completely out like so, or for that matter, you can also fold them up, which is how I initially had him displayed. I just kind of had the wings folded up like this. He does have a mouth articulation. His mouth actually opens and closes. And then underneath, he's even got little tiny, I want to say talons, but little tiny pterodactyl feet here, and they are ratcheted as well. Well, not ratcheted, but they're jointed right at the top there and right there, so you can move the feet individually, and then you can move this section back as well. It's always interesting to also see something in prototype stage, because you can kind of see where something is going to start, and then you kind of think to yourself, I'm really curious to know where they're going to go with this piece after that, because like right on the side, I could see there's a peg point there. And if I just move his arm slightly here, there's a peg point right up there too. So I'm wondering when he eventually starts producing these pieces, whether maybe there's going to be accessory points, like little weapon points and stuff like that, that will peg into those wings or peg into the sides of his arms when he transforms. So as it stands for pterodactyl, he really looks neat. Really, really looks neat. Transform Wingspan, he's again a little more complicated than Tailpipe was. What you're going to do is the back section right here, and in the instructions, these legs will actually sit right at the top here. Now, what you can also do too, when I transformed him initially, is that you can also fold these sections down. And again, I'm being very, very careful. I initially had it like that too, but you can have them either way. I kind of do like the way that they, instruction-wise, they had them up here. It kind of makes, I guess, more sense. It makes them a little more like a thruster than just this section back here. But you're going to take First of all, I guess take the legs, and you're just going to move the pterodactyl feet. I keep saying pterodactyl. Pterodactyl, pteranodon feet. You're just going to move those back just like that. And then you're going to take this section right here, fold it out, take the legs here, fold them out, because these are going to be the robot's feet and legs. You're going to fold out the feet like so, like that. And then you basically just stand him up, and you can kind of already see how he's going to be transformed. You can also, I mean, you can do a couple of different things too. You can fold those legs up, kind of fill in this area too, but we'll just kind of keep them down for now. Then take the arms, and the arms are on ball joints. We're just going to move those out, and just move those out like that. Take the wings and fold the wings back. Fold the wings back, and then you can either fold them out like this, like that, or you can also fold them right in. It entirely up to you, but just fold them out like this. Just gives them a little extra, like kind of in the backpack section right there. And then you're going to take the front section of the pterodactyl, move it forward, take this section and fold it down, and then that just kind of sits into the front section of his chest, just like that. And there you have Wingspan. A really, really neat looking piece. It definitely has like a swoop vibe to it. It'd be interesting to see if he branches out and does, you know, more dinosaur kind of pieces. I guess the only thing is I wish this section could kind of fold down a little bit more. I mean, that's as far down as it will go, but it's still a really, really solid looking piece. His face, again, in prototype stage, because it's all one color, you might not be able to see as many of the details, but keeping in mind once this starts getting painted, and you'll probably be able to see a lot more going on with like his face. I'm wondering if they will eventually, maybe he'll give him like metal wings or something like that, but he's really neat. Articulation on Wingspan, well, his head does rotate left and right. It doesn't look like it's on a ball joint. Possibly it could be, but it only really swings left and right. Shoulders, as I had already mentioned, are on ball sockets, so they move forward and back and out quite easily. Ball socket shoulders, or ball socket forearms, I should say. And it does look like the hands do move. Maybe just a little bit. I'll just leave it as is. Legs go forward and back and out. Ball joints appear to be on the sides of his legs. And then he also has like a hinge in the knee and hinged feet. There you have Wingspan. And actually, just for a comparison, let me just put Wingspan right there and show you guys. Let me get him just to properly stand here. Get him to stand. I'm going to just bring in, actually, you know what? I'll just move Wingspan over here. We'll bring in tailpipe that we've already had a look at. And you can see the big difference between the two. But what I really like, though, is that the styles are very different from one another. This one's bigger, blockier, kind of something like you would see with a GoBot. This is a much more intricate, more articulated piece. But I like that he is doing like different styles. I'm wondering if actually he would do, kind of between the two. I think my favorite could be more so tailpipe. Wingspan definitely has a lot more articulation, and he's a little more intricate. He looks definitely awesome in Pteranodon or Pterodactyl mode. But I really like tailpipe quite a lot, and that's just me, because like I grew up with like GoBots and like all the old Transformers and stuff like that. So this definitely has a more like a GoBot look to it. I love that. But I think Wingspan turned out really, really nice. A nice, small, intricate piece. Eventually, when he does start mass producing these, aside above and beyond the prototype that we're looking at today, I would love to probably just keep him in pterodactyl mode, because I think he just shows really, really well. A nice, small, super detailed, super articulated piece. Definitely turned out really nice. Today's Toy Spot. Spot was having a look at another prototype that he received from Oscar Torres, and digging him. I'm really, really digging him. I got 3 of them. I got 3 different prototypes, so In the next video, I'll show you guys the third one, which I believe is Vulcan. He definitely will be right around the corner. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, more videos heading your way. I'll see you guys next time.